Guess what? We back, man.
We back. What?
My Terrence Howard impersonation.
Terrible.
Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfect. Imperfectly. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect couple. Oh yeah.
Terrible. We back as promised.
Guess what? We're back.
We did it. We managed to make it happen.
Welcome back to the Imperfectly Perfect Couple Show.
What up, though?
This is...
Tank.
No,
No, I thought you was talking about you. And we leaving all of this.
this is Tank.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm Kandy.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have a lot that's been going on, and a lot that we need to catch everybody up on.
Yeah, because actually the last show that we wound up doing was for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so that was March, and what is now July?
It's July.
Almost the end of July. We didn't pass how many holidays now?
Oh, man. A lot of holidays.
So, 2, maybe. Memorial Day,
Yeah.
4th of July.
Yeah. And a slew of surprises coming, you know what I mean?
Of course.
The dynamics of the show are going to change. But we'll get into that. So, what's been up?
Everything's been up with me. It's been a lot of things that during the whole progression of the podcast, I had left out some information that I had been in school and I had been pursuing my master's degree, and I finally got my master's degree.
For sure.
And your girl has a master's in social work.
Big ups.
And has a limited license as of right now to practice therapy and all of that good clinician stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? They tried to knock me down, but I stood up.
You did that.
10 toes down.
You did that.
So
For sure.
I'm very, very much proud of that. I shared it with my current job, and they were very, very excited for me. So there you have it. Now, it's just the thing of looking to where I want to go and what I want to pursue.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Me, I'm just regular schmegler doing me. Ain't nothing much going on. But no, you know.
You ain't regular schmegler by me.
Well, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the midst of, you know, her receiving her degree and working on that, and then Mother's Day hit, and, you know, I went out of town.
Mm-hmm.
That break felt kind of good, you know, because, you know, putting out these shows the way how we were putting out the episodes, it can get kind of challenging.
It was
you know.
overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
Me trying to fit in homework and recording late. We was up some nights, 2 a.m.?
Right. But nobody said that, you know, that it would be easy. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
So this is something that we're choosing to do. So we're back at it. We finally found a way how to make things work, like a happy medium. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we most definitely can't leave out the thing of that. We can't leave out the thing of, you know, we are parents. We have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Three children.
And a puppy.
Named
Yes.
Tyson.
Tyson.
Who was 9 months.
Yes.
He's 9 months.
Almost a year.
So it's a lot that go on. I mean, I know that we're not the only ones that may or may not be dealing with a lot, you know, and then not to only mention in between or during our absence or whatever the case, Michigan opened back up.
Yep.
All the way back up. So, of course, you know, we started to take we started to partake in a lot of the festivities, going out.
Activities. And
Yeah.
We
yeah.
took the
What
kids
did I say?
out. You said festivities. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I just said activities. We took the children to Great Wolf Lodge. That was like the first little breakout of us doing something as a family shoot since all of this stuff had began. So
right.
it was really exciting for them. We did it right before school ended for them. So it was very exciting. We had fun. We all had fun. So I had fun. Going down the water slides and stuff on the tube,
Man.
It was awesome. So.
Oh man.
And that's just the little break out type of, vacation that we started, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with more to come. So
most definitely more vacations to come, more stories to come, a lot of surprises that come along the months and weeks and so on and so forth and throughout the year. But yeah, and with all of that being said, even in the midst of our absence, social media still been on bullshit.
What you mean?
Still, Like, I know one of the things that I've been noticing lately, it's a lot of people contradicting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I may or may not seem biased.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I ain't gonna even say biased. I'm not picking on one particular sex here. I'm not. But you women on social media.
But you come out and say, but you women.
I'm not.
But you said I'm not picking on a particular
I'm
sex.
not picking, but this is just the fact of the nature of what's on my timeline, what I see in the stories, all of these different memes. It's like, on one hand, I'm doing me, I'm by myself, but this and that. And then the very next day, oh, he can get it if this is. I'm like, what's going on here?
They didn't really mean what they said.
They ain't do something. I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
They didn't really mean what they said. How about that? Because it's a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that back and forth that you see. Like, even people that portray to be happy and excited and to be in certain environments, then later come back and withdraw and say, well, this wasn't the best situation in the first place. Like, it's just a lot. And I think that's what happens when, you share every single moment, every little bit of something that's going on in your life. Granted that, we share the stuff that we feel that we don't mind expressing with all of you because we feel comfortable talking about, like, the things that we talk about, amongst us.
Right.
And in front of you all, if there was something that we didn't want to disclose or didn't want to share with everybody, we don't talk about it. Just that simple. But, you do have people that seek attention, and they're attention seekers. And so,
so that's what it is. So most definitely they're attention seekers.
They want somebody to comment. They want somebody to be like, oh, well, what's wrong? Or they want somebody to, oh, for real, girl, this is how you got it, girl.
That's what it is.
It's more so one of those things, and it's a way to spark conversation, or a way to get people's attention to have these conversations of things that they may or may not want to talk about, or things that they want to talk about, may not have ever experienced it, but just want to see what everybody else is going to say. So, some of it is truth. I mean, you get some people that are open to the point where they can talk about anything, and they feel like it don't matter. They don't have to hide just behind social media.
But see, a lot of the stuff, what I've been seeing, it's been more so like, I'm going to do me. I'm being by myself. They might, to my knowledge, it seems as if they may not even be in a real relationship or whatever the case. Mm-hmm. They just, they dating. We'll just say dating. Mm-hmm. So in one breath, they saying, I'm focusing on me, da-da-da-da-da.
And then the next minute.
And then the very next day, it's something completely different. Mm-hmm. Oh, the way how he ran my bath water, it was the perfect temperature. What the hell? You know what I mean? So
maybe he told her, I'm sorry, baby, I apologize, and they took him back.
I don't know. Just got to do better. Just got to do better. But other than that, man, I mean, as far as with social media, what I've been seeing a lot of that. A lot of the businesses I can say that, people started,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of last year and the earlier part of this year.
Still flourishing.
Still doing good. So big ups to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
y'all
quite
black
a few.
owned business owners.
For sure. And it's a lot of ladies doing their thing with that.
Very much so. All up and down my timeline.
A lot of ladies are getting their shine on. You know what I mean? And that feel good, So other than that, man, it's like we got decisions to make. What we gonna do with the kids as far as with the children?
Mm-hmm.
Will they be going to school full time? What do you guys think?
What are your opinions?
What are you guys gonna do with your children?
And it's one of those 50-50 things with a lot of people. Some people don't have the means of somebody to be at home with their children.
Yeah.
So it's like, and so to be honest, some parents are just like, oh no, they crazy. They need to get up out of my house, because I've seen that too. Like, oh no, I can't stand it right now. So as long as school is open, they will be there.
Yeah,
and then for some people too, it's a learning thing. Like they feel like their kids or children learn better in the in-school learning type of environment.
I can see that though.
So, and I mean, yeah, it's true. It's just some kids that are more so, visual versus having the tablet in front of them. Like you catch some children falling asleep on camera, or their parents aren't checking up on them like how they're supposed to be doing while they're doing virtual learning. So,
but we got time for all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the summertime. What are you guys doing? How are you guys enjoying your summer?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Have y'all been taking vacations? Where have y'all been?
Mm-hmm.
We planning something.
Yep.
We planning a little something, see if it's gonna actually pan out. But we planning to do a little something.
Mm-hmm.
What about on your timeline or social media? Anything there?
I'm dropping stuff, as you can see. One thing that made me go back to like the whole educational aspect with me, because this is what it relates to in my eyes. And then not only that, I would just say like, just in general as a whole, like I think so many people get wrapped up in how they feel that their life is supposed to be, or how it's supposed to be, like how they planned it in their mind for it to be, and things don't end up that way for them. And one thing that I had seen, it's a quote that Missy Elliott had put up, and she basically said everybody is not on the same path, so don't become discouraged when it may take a little longer to happen for you. You just have to keep going, and when you believe in yourself, you also believe that your breakthrough is coming. You got this 100. So like it's been plenty of times like in my life to where I was like, oh, when I'm gonna find me a man, or you know what I'm saying, when now that I got my man, when should we have children? When we gonna have these kids? And will I get married one day? Or how long is it gonna take me for school? Because to be honest, I've been in school my whole life, like, and it just seemed like with certain things,
I've been fighting for my whole life.
I've been fighting for these degrees my whole life, and it just seemed like everything, it was just one hurdle to get over another. You know what I'm saying? And it just felt like things were taking forever. But a few of the people that were in my life, really expressed to me, just think about, even though it's been so drawn out in your opinion, look at everything that you got. Look at how you've been blessed. Mm-hmm. And just know that it took that long time for things to happen for you for a reason, because things are panning out the way that you want them to pan out. So don't get discouraged.
Right.
So.
Right. Now, you know what? One of the things, I mean, you're 100% correct on that. 100% correct. Don't be discouraged. Believe in your dreams. We kind of touched on that too in one of the episodes, different things happen for different people at different times, I know one of my guys, one of my partners, he had sent me, it was something off of Instagram, and it was basically showing how a lot of the celebrities that we know, how they didn't necessarily reach their peak or get their big break until most people would say, oh, you should already know what you're doing. You know, talking about late 30s, early 40s, you know, for a lot of actresses and actors, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it happened different for everybody, you know, so don't be discouraged, you know, take your time and do what you do. Yeah, and just stay focused on you, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused on you. Don't be derailed off of your path, you know what I mean?
Just because you think you see somebody moving faster than you or progressing more than you, you have to realize too, you never know what it took for that person to be in the situation that they're in or what they had to go through.
Right.
So.
Right. Now, one of the things that I've been experiencing, not only just me, and this has been happening a lot more so than ever. And what that is that the energy nowadays that we pick up from other people is, it's like it's so direct, and it's not to the point to where you have to second guess what that person is feeling or what their intentions are. You automatically just know it. Like, for example, like back in the day, it might be a thing to where, it might have been the thing to where, you know, if a person's into a room, I was just telling one of my partners this a few hours ago. If a person entered the room, your mom or whoever the case, you knew that they were mad about something. You didn't know what, but you knew that they were mad about something. Nowadays, you kind of know, you feel exactly what that person's intentions are. If they're genuine, if you just feel it, you know what I'm saying? So my advice to people would be, you know, pay attention to them vibes, man. Pay attention to them and don't ignore it. What you feel is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because the energy right now, that the time and space that we in, it's so real right now, you know. So
and it's like what they say too, like how you have like that gut instinct. You feel it in your stomach. You feel the nerves in your stomach. Like you know if somebody about to come into your space and be hostile or just be on some straight up, you know, messy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can see how they look at you. You know, they can be like standoffish, but looking at you like, So it's a lot of things, you know, with that energy thing. I'm really big on energy. If I feel like and especially lately, I've been protecting my space and my energy and those that, you know, I choose to associate with. Like I'm trying to be as happy and as vibrant as possible, because I know other people, you know, with their energies off on me can affect how I feel throughout my day.
Right.
It can affect my family, you know, things that go on at work and you may be pissed off about, you can carry that home. And now you got an attitude with your man, your woman, your spouse, your significant other. And,
just period.
And the food don't taste good because you didn't mess that up.
Everything,
you know,
is tainted. Everything
is just, you just got to be really, really, really careful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know it may seem as if that the show is just everywhere, but right now we're really just flowing. We're trying to get back in the the swing of things, and so yeah, we just going right now. You know what I mean? So, think it's time to take a break or what? All right, we'll be right back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The Caster Spot, the only location for audio and visual podcasts, all of your favorite podcast shows in one location.
What up, though? We are back.
Yes, we are.
So,
I want to talk about one of our little outings that we had. Probably, I don't think it was like the first thing that we did, but maybe the first fun thing we did as a couple. We had, ended up getting, like, it was just a public announcement that people who wanted to get on the Detroit cycle boat. And so it was one of my friends that I've been knowing for some years now. A good Facebook friend also.
Hello.
Brittany Jane.
Hello.
Because she's one of our big supporters too. We love her. She invited us out and we had a good time. We had, our wine, and we did all of that little stuff. The boat rocked a few times.
Oh my God.
To where we almost thought we was going over.
Hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to insert that right. So what was you saying? It did what?
The boat rocked to the point to where it threw the champagne out of people's hands.
Yeah. You know what? Like, we got this thing to where, like, our experiences with these cycle boats.
Oh my God. It's just so off the hook.
I can actually insert that footage too. Because we have part of that. No, I ain't going to do that one, though. But, yeah.
So the first time was a cycle bike.
Bike.
And this was some years ago. This was like 2017.
Yeah.
And it was my sister's, I forget what year, how old she turned. But it was her birthday. And this is something that she had wanted to do and everything. And so it was a group of us. It was some of her friends. We had invited a couple with us, one of DeWine's good friends and his wife. And we were all on this bike. And basically the thing is, you BYOB, bring your own bottle. But we also ended up stopping, making these stops around downtown Detroit, going to these bars and stuff too, because he was taking us to get more lit on the way around the city. So by the time we got off of this bike, like, we was just so toe up. But in the midst of it all, I guess he had been battling back and forth with these BMX bikers because he rents, I guess he pays for his own cycle bike concoction, whatever it's called. Right. And so, like, these bikers had it out for him to where they would always see him and do BMX tricks off the front end of his car. And this one particular time, he seen them from a distance. They rolled by. I think didn't they ride by like they wanted to do something, but then didn't do anything. Right. And then when they seen a clear opportunity, they hopped up on the back, did a trick off the front end. And then, before we knew it, he jumps off the cycle bike.
We on it still.
As it's moving, he jumps off, and we're rolling. Wasn't it down like Michigan Avenue or something? Rolling on Woodward. We're rolling like slowly into the street, and traffic is about to come. And he's talking about the men that was there. It was DeWine and Jay, right? Had to literally find the brake to stop us from going into traffic. And then after we got it stopped, it started moving again, I think. Yeah,
because we didn't have a brake at first. Okay. We was just holding it, and then it kept rolling, and then that's when somebody found the brake and hit the brake. Yeah. And then we experienced this on the little cycle boat or whatever you want to call it.
But it was just a rock from the waves and people going by us or whatever.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
It was different. You know what I'm saying?
We had a good little brunch on there. Everybody brought stuff.
Yeah, and what was that Brittany?
Brittany. I told her this too.
What was that?
Why was I about to say sweet potato casserole?
It wasn't no sweet potato.
A French toast bake, and she made a hash brown casserole that was off the hook.
That was good.
And she made the French toast bake with cinnamon buns or cinnamon rolls.
Very good.
So good.
Very good.
Yeah.
What else you got on your list there?
With the direction of the show. Like, we're going to take... You don't want to say anything? You go.
I say... No, I'm just piggybacking off of what, people want to hear you talk. I talk enough.
Okay, so with the direction of the show, we typically are going to keep some of the things the same, but we're going to, venture off into doing different things. Like, you guys are used to just seeing, you know, a lot of just us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, because so many people have reached out and so many people have said things about wanting to be on the show, and due to COVID and all of that stuff, we have been very protective of our babies and
just the space,
just
period.
us and our space.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we're thinking about incorporating for those that would like to come on the show, give their input, you know, topics. It can be anything, you know, we invite, you know, you all. So that's one thing that we're thinking about incorporating.
Yes.
Maybe changing a few little directions, you know, throwing in a couple of surprises.
Big surprises.
You
know what I mean?
And, you know, it's going to be all good. So yeah. So
don't be alarmed if you guys
don't be alarmed if you see Young Jeezy. Sorry.
Hey, you never know. I may have him call
Don't be surprised if you see Kay and DeVale.
I may have him call in. Who knows? You never know who I know around here, cuz.
Oh.
No, but yeah, so don't be alarmed if, you know, the flow of the show is different, the topics is different. It's still Imperfectly Perfect Couple.
We still gonna talk our mess.
And you still gonna be able to find it Thursdays, 1 p.m. on thecasterspot.com or
Facebook.
imperfectlyperfectcouple.com. Not no damn Facebook. No way.
Well, our links be all on there.
For sure.
I lost my train of thought. I'm saying so much because I'm used to you saying more stuff.
I'm just letting you get off, cuz that's the one thing.
Imperfectly Perfect Couple.
I'm just letting you get off right now. That's it.
Thecasterspot.com. You know, it's been a minute.
Right. She looking down, probably about to say the 1844 you
1844 you vent.
And that's the number where you can call in and you can just get it off your chest.
Get it off your chest.
Don't hold it. Get it off your chest.
Right, and say it when you think it. Don't just wait and then put that shit in a little bottle and then kick it off in the ocean somewhere. Say it.
You can also send in emails to imperfectlyperfectcouple@gmail.com. Most definitely. And if you like, you can always remain
anonymous.
For sure. Or if you want to be known, hey.
Because we believe in confidentiality.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
If you say don't say nothing, and you say you don't want,
lips are sealed.
There you go.
Lips are sealed. You know what I mean?
And then, you know, we also want to thank all of our supporters. I know Tank has been out more than me doing his thing with his videography and pictures and things that he do on his, you know, for his side hustle or whatever. And, you know, he's been getting a lot of recognition in the streets. And as far as people saying that they love our show, that they love the topics that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Just all in general, like even the comments that come to his inbox, you know, and you know, people like I'll shout out Brittany Jane,
and I'll also shout out Brittany Golden.
Mm-hmm.
We would also say who else?
Auntie's cousins.
Zen.
Zen Thomas.
Zen L. Huckabee.
Oh, I'm saying the mate.
We will most definitely shout her out. Yeah, you know, it's quite a few people. I'm trying to go down the list real quick. Who else? Where you at?
There's just been a lot of people.
Yeah, it's quite a few people.
He'll get it out where he need to get it out. But there's been a lot of people that send inboxes, give us input. You know, and just say like how they're in so much support of our black love and our union that we've created between each other.
Right. So, I think that about do it for the show for the day. You got something else?
I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Probably not.
All right. Well then, wrap it up.
Okay, so don't worry, be happy. That's the first thing. We got to talking about, you know, protecting your peace.
For sure.
And another thing that I've seen too, if anybody else's spirit is rejecting, is anybody else's spirit rejecting almost any and everything right now. And you just have to learn how to be able to tolerate certain people, certain things, or what you can and cannot tolerate. And that's when you put your limits and your boundaries up when it comes to people, things, places, and all of that. So protect your peace. And, people that you think that are detrimental or just not in a good space, sometimes it's not a problem to step back and allow time for you to flourish, or for you to, get yourself together. Do a mental health check for yourself.
And what you see is a lot of times is what you get. So don't go against it. Learn to appreciate the divine within. I think that's the right way how you can say that. But yeah, so other than that, man, that's it.
Protect your vessel.
Most definitely. All right, then. Until then, it's real.
Imperfectly perfect, imperfectly